As we travel through these changing times together, there's one question I'm constantly being asked. What's the market going to do? Hi everyone, I'm Bob Safaya. I'm part of the dynamic team at the New Home Collective. With our track record of selling close to 2,000 homes and having over 900 five-star Google reviews, we're here to empower you with valuable information. Unfortunately, I can't predict the future, but what I can do is report to you from the trenches of what's going on in the Lexington, Kentucky marketplace for the month of November 2023 and what we saw over the past 30 days. Let's get into it. We're gonna go over the same things we went over on last market report because I feel like these things are important and this kind of tells us where the market's going. When we're all done with this, I'll share with you my predictions for the spring market of 2024. We'll start with the amount of listings that have sold. That's kind of a trailing indicator because that's happening from the previous month, maybe month and a half. So this year, 2023, in the Lexington market, 226 listings sold. That's 14% less than 2022. In 2022, 264 houses sold in the same period of time. We could probably look at, we always know the sold, we always know the pendings. Those are reflective on who's putting their house on the market. And I think we've had several things that have caused people to slow down on putting the market down. We always get a seasonal shift this time of year. There's people that say they want to wait till after the holidays to put their house on the market. But this year's been different. We coming off that trend of the interest rates going up, we saw almost 8.25%. I think that's where they ended, that's where they stopped going up. They started going down. But in November, 247 houses were listed. That's the whole Fayette County. That's the whole county, 247. Now, last year in November, 288 houses were put on the market. So listings were down 14%, just like the sold properties. Even though the sold properties were happening from the listings the month before, we're seeing that same trend, about 15% down. Pending sales in November, those stayed almost flat. There was 233 that went pending in November. There's 235 went pending in 2022. Something did go up. The median sales price went up 8.3%. So even though less people are putting their house on the market, the values are still going up. The values went up 8.3%. This year was 325. Last year was 300. That was the median sales price. Now, looking year to date, our median sales price is up 6.8%. So, right around that 8%. The median sales price for the year is $315,000, whereas the year of 2022, it was $295. What do I see happening based on these numbers and based on what I'm hearing in the news and about interest rates? Well, the interest rates are going down. They've gone down a whole percent over the past, I don't know when they started going down. I think it's been about 30 days, okay? And what I'm reading and what I'm hearing is that trend's gonna continue into spring. Now, what happens that continues to happen? The rates continue to trend down. There's a lot of pent-up demand. I was talking about how many houses got put on the market. With that being down 15% last month, and us seeing that the previous month, and us seeing that for the entire year, listings are down 19%. I had this broker at the first brokerage that I worked at. She was really sharp. What she said to me one day just hit me. It made a lot of sense. And she said, in a restaurant, and especially here in Lexington, Kentucky, if it snows, if you're in a restaurant and it snows and everybody stays home, the restaurant never makes that money back up. It goes away from the restaurant for the rest of history because now they're on to the meals for the next day, right? So when a snowstorm happens in Lexington, restaurants lose money that they'll never recoup. In the terms of a snowstorm, in the terms of Lexington, when it comes to the real estate market, when someone doesn't buy a house because it's snowing outside, guess what? They're still gonna buy a house. That's called pent-up demand. That doesn't happen in a restaurant. That happens in real estate. So what I'm predicting for the spring is everyone that kind of sat back on the sidelines, and I realized those rates they were down in the threes, right? They went from the 3s to 8%. A 5% swing in the rates is huge, okay? That's what put everybody on the sidelines, put a lot of people on the sidelines. But I think people are now starting to understand that those rates aren't coming back down to 3. And when they drop down to 6, they're down 2% over what they were this year. What do you think's gonna happen? I think people are gonna come out of the woodwork, and the buyers, they're gonna create another frenzy. So if you're considering buying a home, right now might be the time to get ahead of everyone else. And if you're thinking about selling a home, well, it's always the right time to start planning to sell your home. So if you'd like one of our agents to come out, or me myself to come out and give you a home equity report and let you know what your house would sell for in today's market, the time frame it would take, we're happy to do that with no obligation. No obligation. You never have to worry about having to sign something with us, or we do that for the people in our community, and we're happy to do that for you. And if you just want to, we also have a link. There'll be a link in the description below that you can click, and it'll give you an automated idea of what your house is worth, just to get you started. I hope you found this information valuable. If you did, please click the like button. Please make a comment below. Subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate that. If there's anything you'd like me to include in next month's market report, let me know, and I'll be happy to do it. Thanks for watching.